Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, another near disaster at an American airport, Musk at the president's first cabinet meeting, and Lara's one-on-one with Conan O'Brien.
Elon Musk set to attend President Trump's first full cabinet meeting, coming face-to-face with the top officials who pushed back against his ultimatum to federal workers.
3 American women found dead at a resort in the Caribbean, what authorities say was found in their hotel room.
New developments in the Idaho college murders, why prosecutors are pushing to exclude some evidence.
After 20 years in the WNBA,
the GOAT delivers again!
The legend, 6-time Olympic gold medalist Diana Taurasi announcing her retirement, and she's here first on GMA, live in our studio.
Back in the swing of things. How this PGA Tour star discovered he had a brain tumor.
I just jump out of bed, shaking, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety.
The frightening symptoms.
You continue to play through all this. How is that possible?
And now, how he's celebrating his biggest win yet.
It's a lot to take in.
And California loves Luka.
Doncic to LeBron James.
What happened in his first game against his old team?
As Doncic rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench.
And Lara's in Hollywood with...
You have to stay glued the entire show. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh boy, let's see what Conan has planned with the Oscars just 4 days away.
I'm just gonna keep popping in and just yell, "Host!"
And he's saying...
Good morning, America.
That was really nice.
Did you notice, like, the benevolent smile? Can you put a twinkle in there?
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good Morning America.
I think he has a natural twinkle in his eye.
He is selling.
We are just 4 days away from the Oscars, and you saw Lara. She is standing by there in Hollywood. She spoke to Conan about the surprises in store for the 97th Academy Awards and who he turned to for advice. That's coming up.
All said, we're tracking the latest on the price of eggs. Everyone knows they're going up. Brace yourself, they're going to be going up longer and higher. A lot of restaurants are now having some surcharges. There's one restaurant that says it will not. Hill now in the House, narrowly passing a budget plan last night. It was a major test for House Speaker Mike Johnson and President Trump's agenda. Joe Bryan checking the latest on Capitol Hill. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning, George. Republicans celebrating this morning, narrowly getting their budget blueprint through the House, fulfilling a key promise to President Trump, but only after drama up here on the Hill.
Overnight chaos in Congress as the vote to pass the House Republicans' budget blueprint was on, then off, then on again. Republican leaders stalling for more than an hour, wrangling holdout votes, then appearing to cancel the vote, members heading home, only to be told to rush back. House Republicans ultimately adopting the budget resolution along party lines, the first step toward passing President Donald Trump's sweeping legislative agenda. It was a major test for Speaker Mike Johnson and his razor-thin majority. Trump personally pressuring some of the 4 holdout votes and 3 finally flipping.
Were you worried about defying him by voting no?
No, not at all.
But Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie not budging, concerned about the overall costs.
We are cutting taxes and we're not going to cut spending to match it, so the deficit's going to go up. That's what this bill does.
The budget resolution aims to cut at least $2 trillion in federal spending over 10 years, includes at least $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, hoping to extend Trump's 2017 cuts, which expire at the end of the year, and raises the debt limit by $4 trillion. Aware of the slim margins, Democrats rushing in missing members to vote. Congressman Kevin Mullen from California jumping on a plane just after being discharged from spending the last 10 days in the hospital for a blood clot. And Representative Brittany Peterson, who was on maternity leave, speaking after voting no while holding her 1-month-old baby.
Unfortunately, I wasn't given the opportunity to vote remotely after giving birth, but I wasn't going to let that stop me from being here to represent my constituents and vote no on this disastrous Republican budget proposal.
While specific budget cuts haven't been determined, Democrats warning Medicaid, the health care program for low-income Americans and those with disabilities, is expected to be slashed.
The reckless Republican budget will cut taxes up to $4.5 trillion for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected, and then they are sticking working-class Americans, middle-class Americans, and everyday Americans with the bill.
This is just the first step in a months-long budget process in both the House and Senate, but the chaos just to clear this vote spells trouble for other legislative fights ahead, including averting a government shutdown next month. Robin.
More to come, as you said, Jay. Thank you. We're going to stay in Washington. President Trump signing a new executive action as he is set to hold his first full cabinet meeting with Elon Musk in attendance. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, is tracking it all there at the White House for us. Good morning, Rachel.
Robin, good morning to you. And in just a few hours, President Trump will host his first full cabinet meeting of his second term. And he is inviting his most powerful advisor, Elon Musk, to join him. Unlike the other cabinet secretaries that will be seated at the table, Musk was not confirmed by the United States Senate. He's considered a special government employee, and he will be coming face to face with some of the top Trump officials who pushed back against his ultimatum to federal workers to list their accomplishments in the past week or lose their jobs. The White House says about 1 million people did respond to that email, but you had the Department of Justice, you had the State Department, the FBI telling their employees to hold off. The president ultimately siding with Musk here, saying that those that do not respond could be fired or semi-fired. And this morning, the backlash against the Department of Government Efficiency is growing. Overnight, we learned that 21 federal contractors, computer engineers, project managers said that they will now be resigning rather than working for Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency to further their agenda, Robin.
We learned that, Rachel, and we also are learning about a new executive action from the president that is really targeting former special counsel Jack Smith.
Yeah, this is an executive action from President Trump targeting the law firm that is now representing former special counsel Jack Smith, who led multiple investigations into the president. So what this does, it strips the security clearance of any attorney or lawyer that is representing Jack Smith now, as well as anyone who worked with him while he was investigating President Trump. The bottom line here, this is a clear escalation of the president targeting who he perceives to be his political enemies, Robin.
It does seem very clear about that. And the president also floated the idea of a gold card to a pathway to citizenship. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is a new one here, Robin. The president announcing a new visa program to attract wealthy foreigners. It's what he is calling the gold card. And for $5 million, he says it will offer a pathway to citizenship here in the United States. The idea here is to replace a different visa program that allowed foreigners that invested $1 million in jobs and businesses in the United States some residency here. The president was asked directly if Russian oligarchs, for example, could apply for this program. He said yes, possibly, saying he knows some Russian oligarchs, calling them very nice people, Robin.
All right, our thanks to you and your reporting there at the White House, Rachel. Michael?
All right, Robin, thank you. Now to the latest on the deal between the U.S. and Ukraine involving Ukraine's mineral resources that President Trump has made a priority. Lama Hassan has the latest for us. Good morning, Lama.
Yeah, good morning to you, Michael. President Zelensky this morning telling ABC News they have agreed in principle to a major economic deal that President Trump has been pushing for. The deal is designed to give the U.S. access to Ukraine's natural resources to compensate for the money and military support given to Ukraine over the last 3 years. The administration arguing this would serve as a security guarantee if American companies are invested in the country. President Zelensky also saying he does not believe President Trump's claim that the war could end within weeks. He says Trump will face a lot of challenges with President Putin because he doesn't want the war to end. George?
Well, okay, Lama, thanks very much. We're going to go to the investigation now. After 3 U.S. tourists suddenly died on vacation in Belize, the women, all in their 20s, were found dead inside their hotel room. Trevor Ault here with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, George. Very strange story here. These 3 Massachusetts women on vacation in Belize, all of them found dead in the same room with no signs of violence or injury. Their family and friends say it doesn't make sense.
This morning, the urgent investigation into the mysterious deaths of 3 American women found dead in their hotel room on a girls' trip at this luxury resort in Belize.
We knew something was going on because we saw the ambulances, we saw the police.
Police say 23-year-old Kutar Nakad, 24-year-old Iman Mallah, and 26-year-old Wafay El Arar were staying at the Royal Kahal Beach Resort. Surveillance footage shows them entering their room Thursday and never leaving. The hotel manager says housekeeping got no response Friday, and they entered Saturday with a master key.
The bodies exhibited no signs of injuries.
Belizean authorities say alcohol and gummies were found in the room, but they're testing for carbon monoxide and other possibilities.
We're at a stage where we cannot definitively see what the cause of death is.
And family and friends in their Massachusetts community tell ABC affiliate WCVB they're stunned.
They were so loved and cherished in this community. It's a tragedy.
Say that there are some signs these three may have gotten sick or even overdosed, but they're not certain, and autopsies are now underway. The State Department says they're monitoring the situation very closely. They're also in touch with local authorities there.
All right. Thank you, Trevor, so much. Very sad. Now we have the latest on egg prices. If you think they're high now, better brace yourself. The price is expected to climb much higher than forecast. Ariel Reshef is here with what to expect. Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Robin. We are watching this closely. As bird flu persists, the USDA is warning that we could see the price of eggs soar more than 41% this year. That is double the projection from just last month. Officials are trying to contain the virus by killing off infected flocks, but that is deepening the egg shortage. And there are also some reports of shoppers actually hoarding eggs, which can impact the supply. The average cost for a dozen eggs right now is hovering around $5. That's 96% higher than last year. Though McDonald's is now vowing to avoid charging extra for its menu items that contain eggs, Denny's is the latest major food chain after Waffle House to add a surcharge for eggs at some of its 1,300 locations. And small businesses and bakeries we've talked to tell us that it's only a matter of time before they are forced to raise their prices as well. The head of the USDA visited a farm yesterday, and the Trump administration is expected to unveil its plan in the coming weeks to try to contain bird flu and curb these rising costs. Robin?
And Ariel, some people are asking, are they safe to eat?
Yeah, a lot of people want to know this. So in short, the answer is yes, according to officials. You're unlikely to be served an infected egg because the affected flocks are being handled pretty quickly, but experts say it's best to eat your eggs fully cooked to 165 degrees for now, just as a precaution. And a reminder, the CDC says that there have been no reported cases of person-to-person spread of the bird flu, and the risk to the public does still remain low. Robin?
Good to know. Thank you, Ariel.
Now to the tip-off overnight. 3 weeks in the making, Luka Doncic taking on Dallas for the first time since his trade to the LA that rocked the NBA. Our Will Reeve is here with that. As always, what you got, Will? Good morning.
Good morning, Michael. It rocked the NBA, rocked the sports world. It almost eclipsed the Super Bowl, at least the build-up to it when it went down. A generational talent sent to the league's marquee franchise to join forces with none other than LeBron James. The shock of it all making the meeting between Luka's new team and his old team all the more compelling, and Luka delivered.
Says he's starting to feel like himself again.
Overnight, Luka Doncic and the LA Lakers facing off against his former team, the Dallas Mavericks, for the first time since that seismic trade that rocked the NBA. And sparked this Instagram post showing Luka's number 77 on a Texas license plate switched to a California plate.
All my exes live in Texas.
The scene before tip-off tense at times, but it was all smiles and special handshakes with old and new teammates alike.
Kyrie and Luka share a moment.
Doncic wasting no time reminding the Mavs what they gave up.
Doncic gets to the basket and lays it in.
Rebounding his own misses.
Partially blocked. And that's going to be a foul. Count that. And one.
Knocking down threes.
Doncic rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench.
And how about this no-look behind-the-head pass to Austin Reeves?
Reeves wide open.
The Mavs tying it up in the fourth quarter, but Luka and LeBron finding each other to dominate.
And it's Doncic to LeBron James.
LA able to hang on, winning 107-99.
Just a lot of emotions, seeing the guys out there, seeing the guys I played. I went through a lot with the guys, so it was fun.
And the Lakers are now 4-2 with Luka in the lineup. They're starting to cook and gel, and it's Lakers at Mavs in Dallas on April 9th. We're going to watch that.
Rematch, yeah. We'll talk about great game, though. Great game.
All right. Thanks, Will. Coming up, Lara is in Hollywood with just 4 days until the Oscars. Hey there, Lara.
Hey, Robin. Yeah, I sat down with the host of The Big Show, Conan O'Brien, as he heads into the home stretch. He shared with me who's on his Mount Rushmore of hosts. We'll have that coming up on GMA, Michael.
All right, looking forward to that, Lara. It also had a big heads up for college students who may be planning a spring break getaway.
And prosecutors in the Idaho murders case push to exclude some DNA and potential alibi evidence.
Coming up, Diana Taurasi when we come back.
want me to count you down?
Sure, I would like that.
All right, ready? 3, 2.
Now, here's the question. Do I do it on 1 or on what would be 0?
Your call.
No, your call.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Got it.
Okay, but I'm not gonna say go.
Yep.
It's just
I understand that.
Okay, ready?
I'm not stupid. I'm dumb, but I'm not stupid.
All right, are you ready?
You bet.
3, 2, 1.
Good morning, America.
Back here on GNA, you never know what's going to happen with Conan. We're going to find out what he has in store for Oscar Sunday, and that is just ahead.
He's definitely not done. First new at 7:30, including the latest from the Vatican on the Pope's condition. He spent another quiet night in the hospital resting. He is in critical but stable condition. Also, health officials now say 124 cases of measles are linked to the outbreak in West Texas. That's 34 more reported cases since the last update on Friday. 18 people have been hospitalized. Only 5 of the cases are in people known to be vaccinated.
Plus, there's a new push to tackle gun violence and a new effort to make public transportation safer. Bullet-resistant glass enclosures are said to be installed in Philadelphia buses to protect drivers. Houston, Miami, and other major cities also considering buying them. Across the country, assaults on transit workers have tripled in the past 15 years. Philadelphia and New York City alone see an average of more than 20 assaults on bus drivers per week.
Per week?
Per week, that's a lot. And take a look at this massive sinkhole that opened up in the middle of Philadelphia, swallowing one car and leaving another teetering on the edge. No injuries have been reported.
We're going to turn now to the Idaho College murders and Brian Kohberger's alibi. Prosecutors now trying to limit what the defense team can argue at trial. Kayna Whitworth is tracking the case. Good morning, Kayna.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. So the prosecution wants to limit any alibi claims of solo stargazing to words from the defendant himself. They also want to restrict evidence suggesting someone else is responsible, and they want to exclude Brian Kohberger's mental health evaluations.
This morning, a new legal battle brewing over accused killer Brian Kohberger's alibi. In a new filing, the prosecution arguing the judge should limit the evidence Kohberger's attorneys can present to support his alibi for the November 2022 murders of Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Kohberger's attorneys, who say their client is innocent, have alleged that he was driving alone, stargazing, the night 4 University of Idaho students were stabbed to death in an off-campus home. But as the August trial approaches, prosecutors are asking a judge to bar Kohberger's defense team from offering any evidence beyond Kohberger's own words to support that claim, saying the defense has had 20 months to provide material to back it up and has not.
The defense is making the argument that Brian Kohberger was out for a drive in no specific area or place, and that's his alibi. And they presented no witness to be able to testify to that. So the prosecution is arguing that if the defense does raise any argument about alibi, that it would have to come from Brian Kohberger and no other source.
The prosecution also requesting to ban the defense team from offering any psychiatric evaluations and evidence. This after Kohberger's defense team filed under seal a motion to strike the death penalty on account of autism spectrum disorder. Prosecutors also asking the court to bar references to alternative culprits unless they have evidence specifically connecting them to the homicides.
Now, lead defense attorney Ann Taylor had argued unsuccessfully in the past that other male DNA profiles at the crime scene were not properly investigated. Also, prosecutors alerting the court that during the trial they plan to use this. It's a 3D model of the King Road house that was demolished. And a reminder, guys, this trial is still slated to start in August.
Yep, it is. Kayna, our thanks to you. Gio.
Now with Conan O'Brien, Lara went one-on-one with the comedian as he gets ready to host the Academy Awards for the first time. Hey, Lara, look like you had fun.
Hi, Michael. Good morning to you. We have had so much fun so far. Conan is just 4 days away now from hosting his first ever Academy Awards. And he says that he has been unwittingly training for this since his days as an SNL writer. And then, of course, with his late night show, because they were constantly changing up until the very last minute, because that is exactly what's going on this week. He also says, guys, he's gotten great advice from past hosts like Jimmy Kimmel and Billy Crystal, who said, whatever you do, make sure you don't disappear after the opening monologue. Oh, well, not to worry. Conan has several ideas on how to make sure none of us forgets who's hosting this year's Oscars. Can you share with us any secrets of this year's Oscars?
I'm just going to keep popping in and just yell, host! And I think that's going to remind people, first of all, it's going to be very jarring.
Yeah.
and
Keep
upsetting.
us awake.
Yeah, but like during someone's emotional speech when they've just won and they're saying a beautiful thing about their grandmother who believed in them, and I lean in, host! Jarring, upsetting, probably a bad idea.
New, though, something new.
But new. I don't care if my ideas are bad ideas. I care that they're new and you haven't seen it before.
I like
You know
this.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling a giant cobra,
Yeah.
you know,
For no
the
reason.
first time on stage.
Yeah.
Hasn't been done.
No.
I'm going to do it. So I want people to be watching thinking there's a good chance he doesn't survive the night.
Here we are 4 days out.
4 days to go, no pressure. I mean, there's a ton of pressure, but I don't feel it because I take a lot of different medications. And so I don't feel anything right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I have a big, happy grin. Yeah, we are 4 days out, and we've been working really hard. I have an amazing team of writers. We have been going through tons of ideas, and I'm excited because I grew up watching the Oscars, and it is something that's imprinted on my memory.
So this is something you dreamed of as a kid, or you wouldn't even dare to dream of this moment?
I dreamed of like being a seat filler at the Oscars. I never thought, oh, I'll host the Oscars. I always kept my dreams very attainable.
Yeah. Do you have Oscar memories that stand out to you as a kid?
Well, the memory that I remembered, I was watching this when a streaker, during the streaking craze, when a streaker ran through, and David Niven had a great ad lib.
Probably the only laugh that man will ever get in his life is by stripping off and showing his shortcomings.
And of course, I didn't understand the joke at the time. I don't think. Still don't.
So if you had a Mount Rushmore of Oscar hosts, who would be on it?
Well, the Mount Rushmore of hosts, Bob Hope, Johnny Carson, Steve Martin, Billy Crystal. I think Jimmy Kimmel has done a really nice job with the Oscars, and Jimmy and his wife Molly have been really nice to me about sharing their tips. You know, look out for this, try and do that, make sure you do X, Y, Z. Probably all a trap, sabotage, but done with warmth.
Okay, are you going to sing or dance? Yes or no?
You never know with Conan. I'm like Anne Margaret. I'm a triple threat. Now, I know a lot of young people are watching. You don't know who Anne Margaret is, so I'll change it up again. I'm like Selena Gomez. I sing, I act. Okay, I just brought it into the present. You never know what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You know, I can sing, I can dance, I can do close-up magic. I'm a contortionist. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
No.
Anything can happen at any time.
It sounds like it might.
I can dislocate both of my shoulders and have my arms fall off, and I might do it. You have to stay glued the entire show. You don't know what I'm gonna do.
If you could have been in any one of the major movies that's likely to win awards, which of these Oscar contender movies do you wish that you could have had a role in?
I would say it would be fun to be in Conclave, because I would love to, you know, wear the clothing, and then I'd like to cast my ballot, and then I'd like to scurry down a hallway, but then I'd like to have a giant piece of veal parmesan and a whole bunch of red wine, and I mean a lot of red wine.
If you would be willing to give us a GMA exclusive, just one thing to tell our audience that is going to happen, that only Conan knows.
I am going to go into the audience, and I'm going to shave Stanley Tucci's chest.
Has he consented?
He has not consented. He's heard about it, and he said no, but I'm going to still do it.
Okay.
And I'm going to see that he's restrained.
Thank you. We had so much fun, you guys. Conan says he and his writers are in great shape with more material than they will ever be able to use, but they won't make their final choices until the very last minute, much to the dismay of producers who might like to know what Conan actually has in store for us. I guess we will all find out together on the 97th Annual Academy Awards this Sunday, March 2nd, 7 p.m., right here on ABC. But guys, he's having a great time, as you can see, and you can really feel how relaxed he is.
He's giving us a great time already, yeah.
and I can tell you have to watch because it seems like it's going to be pretty unpredictable.
Yeah, great job there, Lara.
Yes.
Great job. That was not easy to do what you did. Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. Now with our play of the day and a jaw-dropping super pod of dolphins, Will Reed, you got that incredible video for
I
us.
sure do. This is maybe some of the most remarkable video that I've ever seen, because how often are you going to see hundreds upon hundreds of dolphins breaching and swimming through the water? Look at that.
Look at
It's a
that.
big old pod off the coast of Monterey Bay. It's more than 2,000 dolphins. Sorry, I undersold it. And as Michael was telling me, these are northern right whale dolphins and Pacific white-side dolphins.
Yeah.
You identified them for me. Thank you. You're a dolphin expert.
Sure
The
am.
captain who got this video said they were spread out as far as the eye could see. George, stat for you: northern right whale dolphins live in pods of 100 to 200 dolphins. That sounds like a lot of dolphins. And
So is this 10 different pods, or?
I guess. And then adults. Well, now what I have here, that adults are about 10 feet long. They weigh over 200 pounds.
Okay. What else you got?
What else do I got?
What else you got?
They are one of two dolphin species without a dorsal fin, like the fin on the back.
I told him that.
Okay.
Which Michael also told me.
Yep.
And apparently when they jump out of the water, they look like flying eyebrows.
And then somebody took the time to count over 2,000 dolphins.
Right.
And you know how I learned so much about dolphins?
How?
Watching Flipper. Remember that show?
Do you learn about dolphins in Flipper?
Not at all.
No? Okay.
No, you told me. I didn't know
Yeah, you learned
anything
about
until you
dolphins
just told the
here
world.
on GMA.
I got to tell you, you guys sold it. You sold it.
But I do love dolphins. That was beautiful.
That was
video
beautiful.
to watch.
Thank you.
You got it.
Coming up, the great three-time WNBA
Yeah.
champion, Diana Taurasi. Her first television interview since announcing her retirement. 6 Olympic gold medals. That's a
Amazing.
stat for you. Come on back.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Close to catastrophe. A Southwest flight seconds from disaster when a small jet crossed directly in front of the passenger plane. The pilot pulled up just in time.
Ripple effect, the potential impact on your spring break and summer travel after nearly 1,000 national park employees were laid off.
The visitors are not going to be able to do the things they want.
From longer lines to canceled tours, what you need to know before you go.
Get ready for the mayor of Flavortown. Let's do this! This morning, Guy Fieri tells us all about the new season of Tournament of Champions and serves up some all-time favorites. And he's saying,
Good morning, America. Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
We do say good morning, America. Michael, I know you have something very special you're going to share with us today.
Oh, absolutely. I had a chance to sit down with U.S. Open winner Gary Woodland, who went from being at the top of his game to waking up in the middle of the night shaking. He had no idea why that was, but he told me how he discovered that he had a brain tumor. Wow. And how he's celebrating his biggest win yet. Plus, I was able to bring him a big surprise that it was really special to me to bring that to Gary, who's such a nice guy. It's something you don't want to miss.
We can't wait to see that. And after 20 years and 6 Olympic gold medals, legendary basketball player, there she is, DT, Diana Taurasi, retiring. She's here for her first TV interview after the big decision. Looking forward to talking with her.
First look at
Turn now to the alleged romance scam on steroids. We're hearing from the husband of the woman accused of drugging and robbing men that she met on dating apps as prosecutors look into possible murder charges. Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman joined us with more. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Michael. The FBI says Aurora Phelps orchestrated the most sinister romance scam they've ever seen. Now they're telling us they're investigating whether the deaths of her victims was a byproduct of all the drugs she allegedly dosed them with, or whether she intended to murder them all along. This morning, the FBI is investigating whether Aurora Phelps, the suspect behind what authorities are calling a romance scam on steroids, wasn't just after her victims' money, but their lives, too.
Does the FBI believe that she intended to kill them by drugging them, or that was just part of how she was able to get the money out of them?
If you have 1 or 2 victims, maybe there's, an accident. In the 20 plus years I've been in the FBI, you start to rack up number of victims and the number of bodies, you certainly start to suspect and want to look into, is there more nefarious intent?
Authorities say Phelps would lure older men in their 60s and 70s on dating apps, drug them, steal their identities, then their money, buying gold coins, plane tickets, hotel rooms, motorcycles. She would even kidnap them, says the FBI.
We believe Aurora Phelps deliberately drugged someone in the United States, put him on a plane with her, flew to Southern California, and then put him in a wheelchair and pushed him physically across the U.S.-Mexico border, then got on another plane, went to Mexico City, checked him into a hotel room, and we know that that victim was later found dead a few hours later.
She's been indicted on 21 counts, including kidnapping leading to death. The FBI says her alleged crime spree dates back to at least 2019.
Certainly actual losses, likely in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and intended losses, millions of dollars.
That as her husband, William Phelps, telling the LA Times that his wife was on the phone a lot, and he now wonders what she was doing. We've known each other for 14 years, he said, and she's never shown a sign or an ounce of this. If she did do it, damn, she put one over on me. The FBI is asking any additional victims to come forward, but tells me victims may be too ashamed about what happened or were too drugged to remember much at all. They fear other victims might not be alive. Now, Phelps could face life in prison if convicted on all counts, but we're told she might fight extradition from Mexico, a process that could take months, Robin.
Such a bizarre story. Matt, thank you. We're going to turn now to a GMA health alert. A new study suggests that closely following the Mediterranean diet could help lower the risk of cancer. Eva Pilgrim got those details for us. Good morning.
We've learned so much about the Mediterranean diet being good for your health. Well, the Mediterranean diet may reduce your risk of some cancers. A new study finding people who closely followed the diet lowered the risk for all obesity-related cancers by 6%. Now, digging into the numbers, it cut the chance of kidney and esophageal cancers by a third. Researchers looked at collected data from people ages 35 to 80 from 1992 to 2000 in 10 European countries. They gave participants scores of low, medium, and high for following the diet. And they observed those with the highest scores reduced their risk the most. Now, the Mediterranean diet focuses on plant-based foods, healthy fats, and moderate consumption of animal proteins. It's known to help reduce abdominal fat, but this study found waist-to-hip ratios and BMI didn't seem to be the reason for the reduced risk. So still more research is needed to understand the why and how this diet helped reduce obesity-related cancer risk. But now, promising data showing that what you eat can actually change your health outcomes.
Very promising.
Yeah, that is. Thank you, Eva. Coming up in our GMA morning menu, how your vacation plans could be impacted by job cuts in national parks.
Also ahead, big news for basketball fans. Three-time WNBA champion Diana Taurasi. She's announced her retirement. You can see her. She's here to talk about her decision and what's next.
Plus, Vanna White and her son Nico are here talking will and social media fame. And Guy Fieri is serving up delicious dishes. We cannot wait for that. And of course, Tori Johnson is here with Deals and Steals. Hey, Tori.
Hey there, Michael. I have exactly what you guys need to look and feel glamorous every single day, from bling to beauty, with award-winning bargains starting at just $6. That's coming up right here on GMA.
Times Square, and we're back now with our GMA cover story, the growing concerns at America's national parks after federal job cuts and how they could impact upcoming vacations, especially during the busy spring break and summer seasons. Now, rush it back with the story. Hey, Ariel.
Hey there, George. Hundreds of millions of tourists visit our national parks each year, and spring break is really one of the most popular times to take in their majestic beauty. But with more than 1,000 park employees terminated in a recent wave of government job cuts, experts say you may be in for a rockier vacation.
This morning, as millions gear up to spend spring break at some of the nation's most treasured parks, from Yosemite to the Grand Canyon, a warning from park officials that the deep government job cuts could have a noticeable impact on your experience.
The visitors are not going to be able to do the things they want. You know, if you want to bring your family to Yosemite and can't camp, or it takes 4 hours to get into the park, what kind of experience is that?
Nearly 1,000 park employees were laid off on Valentine's Day, and some ripple effects are already being felt, from longer lines to cut hours to closed visitor centers and canceled tours.
We had an experience for 10 options. We only did like 4.
The National Park Service says more than 325 million people visited these sites in 2023, up 4% from the year prior. But now officials say the staffing shortages will make keeping the areas pristine and visits running smoothly more challenging.
In my mind, it's a crisis. If it's the employees that are gone, I'm not sure how the park could stay open.
Some travelers and local businesses are bracing for a spring shakeup.
Businesses that are here in Baker certainly rely on tourism and travelers. So we're unsure what that's going to look like this season.
I was on lunch on February 14th and got a call from my supervisor and just had to be out and done by 5 p.m. And so it was a mad dash.
Ben Shreves is one of the park employees who recently lost his job.
People are working overtime to provide the best experience, and they're already struggling to do that. And part of that was just a lack of resources. And so now it's just like they have even less of that.
Experts say if you're planning to traverse the parks this spring, to be patient and over-prepare.
There's going to be a big imbalance between the number of people who are going to the parks and the amount of staff that can help them.
And the Park Service has about 20,000 employees. The Trump administration has rolled back some of those firings and says it will hire 3,000 seasonal workers. In the meantime, if you're planning a vacation to a national park, prepare for a slightly different experience. You want to make sure you have your maps, make sure you have everything you need, because there may not be a park ranger or someone to help you out when you're out there.
Big difference for a lot of people. Let's go to Robin.
Oh, I'm very happy right now because we have legendary basketball star. Would you please give it up for the one and only Diana Taurasi? DT, number three. Number three in your program, number one in your heart, Diana Taurasi. 20 seasons in the WNBA, the league's all-time leading scorer, announcing her retirement. Going to tell us what is next. I'm so proud of you.
Robin,
incredibly proud of you.
All I know is I'm done with basketball. What's next? I have no clue. But, we just talked about it. It's been such an amazing ride.
I mean, we're talking about 3 consecutive national titles at UConn, 3 titles in the WNBA, 6 Olympic gold medals. What went into the decision that now was the time to step away?
I don't think it was one moment. I think it was, I had to weed myself off, the game a little bit. And I think just the last couple years, I just kept finding myself in different places. Not that I was working less hard or I wasn't just as focused on the season, but, I think there was a time where, there was a point where I was ready mentally, physically, and I said it before, I'm full and happy.
I know, you could still walk, you still got all, that's something to be said. I hope that you are feeling the love. I mean, so many people have reached out. We got a couple of faces. I think you're going to know who they are. Roll it.
D, what can I say, man? Congratulations on an absolutely legendary career. There are not enough words to describe you, your achievements, or your impact.
Those banners behind me are a constant reminder, but that's just stuff. The privilege that I had to have been around you and to know you and to coach you and to bring you into my family is one that I'll never ever forget.
And it is a family. It is a family, the family of basketball. What are you most proud of, and what do you think you're going to miss the most?
I'm gonna miss the everyday grind, the going to the gym, the preparing, the looking forward to the next season, all those things, the relationships that I've built throughout the game. I mean, it's taken me all over the world. It's taken me to Europe, to Russia. I've played with some of the best human beings on earth. Just all those things I'll always, remember and cherish, and I'll use all those experiences going forward.
Yeah, you will. You're just getting started, kid.
Yeah.
Talk about your folks, your parents, but the sacrifices that they made so you could pursue your dream.
I mean, their story is probably even more remarkable. I mean, they came to this country with nothing. They came in '78 from Argentina with nothing, with the clothes on their back, and everything they did was to make sure our family was in a better position. So, I learned a lot from them. I have so much love and respect for them. I wouldn't be here without them, obviously, in so many ways. And I'm trying to take that to my family now going into the future.
I know. I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. You have left the game better than what you found it. Can you? And not many people can say that. I mean, it was great, and you have always been very good about acknowledging past players and how they built a foundation for you to come upon, and how you built a foundation for now the future. Talk about the state of the women's game now and what you see going ahead.
It's in such a great place. I mean, and we've been involved in women's basketball in so long, and to finally see it on the biggest stage, it just makes you feel really, really good. These women, not only in basketball, in all sports, we give up our lives, we sacrifice everything to be the best at our profession, and to see the recognition we're getting, more in a mainstream way. I mean, it feels good for a lot of us that have been in it, whether player, coach, staff, front office. I mean, a lot of people love this game, and they've been putting everything into it, and now we're finally, seeing what the other side looks like.
I know, it's a great feeling to see, and it's not it's not a moment, it's a movement. It's a real movement within all of women's sports. But the WNBA, the season you all had last year, and then going for, and an unrivaled. I'm going down for the championship.
Are you going down?
Yeah,
Okay, I might go with you then.
Yeah, come on. You got some free time
Let's
now.
go. I have a lot of free time. But I thought I was going to have more free time, Robin, but I really don't.
No. People say when you retire, you're busier than you ever were before. But you have two little ones that following in your footsteps on the court?
We do. Leo's 6 and Isla's 3, and Penny, my wife's been coaching them.
Right.
I'm like that disgruntled assistant coach that gets put on the side.
You're not a shouter. You're not one of those parents.
No, not at all. I'm very calm and level-headed. But, it's been great to be present at home. With work, sometimes it just takes over your whole life. And I've been addicted to basketball for, 30 years now. So it's nice to be home and really be present. Penny's been holding down the fort for years now. So it's really been an amazing couple months.
Well, I hope that you stay around the game because you've been good for the game. Been very, very good.
It.
Very proud of you, Dee.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you. From the basketball goat to the deals and steals goat. All right. The stars, get ready, red carpet ready. Ahead of the Oscars, Tori is here with products that will make you feel like you're taking home the gold every single day.
Absolutely. Whether you're going to the office, you're running errands, you're doing carpool, whatever it is, you deserve to feel fabulous. And we've got Nadri here. Lara and I are already texting back and forth because she's adding to her cart, shopping from LA. This is phenomenal because you get maximum sparkle without the maximum price tag. All CZ stones, super high quality, and everything is hand set, and the craftsmanship and detailing is just like they would use with real diamonds.
It looks
everything,
real.
it looks so real. All the guys were saying to me, like, is this real? I'm like, well, it's real CZ. Elena decked me out. I have the necklace that I actually bought the last time I featured them, but the ring I'm borrowing right now, but I think I'm gonna add it to my cart. It's less than $50 and it's so much bling.
It looks so good.
So we've got all kinds of pieces. This is great for special occasion, everyday, or travel. Everything slashed in half starts at $20.
All right.
All right. Bright white smile. Everybody loves that from Super Smile. But in addition to the bright white smile, this is also about better overall oral health.
That's key.
Key, absolutely. So we've got their brushing and whitening system. You use these two together, just 2 minutes twice a day to improve the look of your smile. And again, better oral health. Your dentist will be happy. I love, there you go, there you go. Michael knows all about that. I love their toothbrush. It's literally, this is like the Rolls Royce of toothbrushes. It looks beautiful. It's got 4 different speeds. It's a phenomenal product. We also have their whitening floss for the first time. Everything slashed in half starts at $6.
All right.
Yeah.
This is a favorite. This is
the floss.
You need the floss. Yeah, exactly. He needs the floss.
Michael.
He's also, you know what? I'm curious whether you and Michael would be team tomato or team leather. I like the tomato candle. Sal's into the leather candle. He's wondering, should he come in and do a smell test? You should, because it's really fabulous.
You can really smell.
You can really smell. First one is tomato. That's my choice.
Ooh, okay.
Leather right there is Sal's choice. You can't go wrong with either, quite frankly. But come on.
I'm a tomato person.
Okay, thank you.
Tomato.
How about this one? Peppermint shampoo. Smell that. That is so invigorating in the scalp. This is phenomenal. This peppermint shampoo, plus really good for scalp health. This one is their grapefruit cleanser. Smell that. It's very gentle. 3-in-1, phenomenal cleanser. Everything from Malin & Getz is a fan favorite.
It is.
All 50% off plus
free shipping.
From Malin & Getz. Okay, Tanceuticals. Perhaps not a product for you or Michael, but a good one for me. Because this is the kind of skin I like. This like milky, beautiful. I want, I could go from this to this with a little of this. So, 2 of their products that I love. One is the face drops, because you just add it to your moisturizer and you can use it on your face.
Like that.
And what is fabulous about it is no streaks, no smell, and no orange color. 3 things that we do not want from self-tanners. We also have, this is the body lotion, so it goes on really nicely, doesn't transfer to your clothing or your sheets. It's gonna last for about a week, and it's also got good for your skin ingredients in it as well. So your skin just not only looks better because it has that glow, but it's also getting a nice treatment.
Yeah.
Exactly. All slashed in half today, starting at $6. This is another fan favorite, May Love. We've got we've got a lot of great products from them. The Glow Maker, this serum right here, vitamin C serum, really great for brightening. We've got a couple of other serums. This one right here, Peptide Squad. This is filled with wrinkle fighting peptides. What I love too, Robin, is it comes with a warning on the side.
People will share.
Will stare.
Will stare.
People will stare. It's very small print. That's why I made you read it, because the print is too small for me. But it says, like, get ready. People will stare. Your skin's going to look that good.
I'll share.
Yeah. We also, we've got their Moonlight Retinol Serum, which is another great one. Overnight does the work for you. Everything slashed in half from May Love.
Peptide is all the rage right now.
It's all the rage.
Ooh,
then we're ending on our hair. This is Sashawan. Really phenomenal because it's about volumizing and scalp health. Two things. If you want healthy hair, you need healthy scalp. These are fabulous products. I like the volumizing, but I also like the scalp treatment. If you've got gray or blonde, the silver one's for you. All slashed in half today, starting at $17.
We love it. We partnered with all of these companies on these deals, and you can find them on our website, goodmorningamerica.com. Tomorrow, we're going to have more red carpet ready deals. Guy Fieri is here when we come back.
Welcome back to GMA, live from Times Square.
Welcome back, everybody. You know, our next guest always brings big energy and big flavor. And I got to loosen my jacket because he brings good food, too. Emmy Award-winning TV host and chef Guy Fieri is here. Good to see you, Guy.
Thanks for having me. Hope you're hungry.
And then, look who we got. We got Robin, we got Ginger. We also got Vanna White and her son Nico at our tasting table. And they're ready to eat. Yeah, tuck the napkin into your shirt. They don't get anything all over you. And Guy also has a new season of his show, Tournament of Champions, where some of the world's best chefs compete against each other in Kitchen Stadium. Guy, welcome back. Of course, to GMA. Always good to have you, my friend. And yes,
this is your Tournament of Champions.
This is my Tournament of Champions.
The whole team has set you up. You are going to compete now against the randomizer, and you're. No, that's not going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen.
I'm going to make you some chicken, Guy. But yes, Tournament of Champions.
You want undercooked chicken? Come to me, buddy.
You're the king.
But Tournament of Champions 6 is a little different from the previous 5 because none of the returning champions are in this one.
Yeah, the champions have taken a break. They're now the judges, which makes it even more difficult.
Yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But we're bringing in so many new faces that you haven't seen in the competition. And the randomizer, which is that's the real juggernaut. That's the real problem to the whole event.
See, the randomizing is diabolical, actually. But for those out there who don't know what the randomizer is, tell them about it. What is it?
Okay, so we give them a spinning wheel. Who would know about spinning wheel? Anyhow, we'd give them this spinning wheel, thank you very much, of the protein, the vegetable, the style of cooking, the piece of equipment, and the amount of time they have. So no two competitions are ever going to be the same. And these chefs, there's no way to prepare for it. I spin the wheel, it lands, boom, they go, 30 minutes, and the competition is fierce. It is the MMA of culinary combat.
So they better be creative and ready to go. We're going to take a look at a clip. Let's check it out.
You're the biggest, the baddest, the craziest, the most renowned culinary gangsters going. Michelin-starred chefs, James Beard Award-winning chefs, Top Chef All-Stars, Iron Chef, and 8 chefs who just got done working their butts off to qualify for this event. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tournament of Champions 6.
Man, quite the resume on a lot of those chefs out there, man.
It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah,
no, I'm serious because I know what they're getting ready to go through. And this was, everybody wants to say, this season's the best season. This season really, well, you're going to be, it's jaw-dropping. I will tell you that much.
Well, you know what else is jaw-dropping? Your food, man. We're hungry here. They're waiting over there. They got these great chicken sandwiches in front. You have your restaurant now, Chicken Guy Restaurant. You just opened one here in Times Square. You always bring the big flavor. So tell us about these chicken sandwiches.
Let's get into chicken. So I think that we're not always eating fried chicken anymore. I think that people are watching what they're eating. But if you're going to eat fried chicken, let's eat the bomb fried chicken. So the first thing we do is start with chicken tenders. We call them tender because it is the tenderest part of the chicken.
Okay.
So we take the chicken tenders and simply we're going to just brine it in a little buttermilk and a little pickle juice. Okay?
Buttermilk and pickle juice.
Then we come over to the dredge. The dredge is going to be fun. You want to do this? You want to get in? I love that he's cooking in this nice outfit. So we go into the dredge And this is going to be all of our spices: paprika, pepper, granulated garlic, a little cayenne, a little celery salt, and a little chili powder. Okay. Yep. So from there into the, look at you doing the technique, into just a little mixture, a little egg wash.
Chef Boyardee, you're not the only one with a degree in cooking.
Is that how this is going to go? I can see the chicken guy coming out. All right. So after we give it a little dredge into the egg batter, into some panko and flour.
Okay.
And this is best if we can let this set up for a bit, like I've done here. Is we're just going to let this coating
sit.
Let this coating 10 minutes. Let it adhere really nice, 350 degrees, and we go down.
Okay.
Okay.
There we go. You put in there 350
All of that's
degrees.
come together. Canola oil, peanut oil, whatever you like, but 350 degrees. All right, so now we're at the key of Chicken Guy. And Chicken Guy is about hand-dredged, brined chicken breast, never frozen. The idea behind this is we want to take it and have it nice and super crunchy. So we'll take this, we have a bun, 3 sauces I like to hit on here.
Bun,
There we go.
3 sauces.
There we go. So that's the secret sauce. This is the world famous donkey sauce. Hang on, you're gonna pile the chicken on there now.
Okay.
Here's your bottom.
Okay.
Okay. There.
There.
Piece of cheese.
Piece of
Are
cheese.
you
What kind of cheese
That's
do we
a
got
jalapeno,
here?
jack.
Okay.
A few to me, I love the crunch.
You put some. I do too.
Remember when we were kids?
Yeah.
The sandwich wasn't that great. You take the potato chips.
And put on the sandwich, make it better. You guys can go and go. Sorry, Nico's not even waiting. He's like, forget about waiting for these guys to cook it.
slaw.
Little slaw, some pickles.
Yeah, a little brininess from the pickles, and then last but not least,
what sauce is that?
This is the bourbon brown sugar. These are all the Flavortown sauces. Okay, there we go. Wow. Pile that. I know you're not going to worry about that suit you got on there.
I am going to worry about that suit.
All right.
Well, let's do this. Let's check in with our tasting table. What do you?
Our tasting table.
Delicious.
Oh, they can't even talk because they're eating the sandwich,
and I
man.
think I even taste that brine. That pickle brine makes a difference.
You know what? And what we're doing is we're infusing flavor, but also moisture. And so the whole thing with Chicken Guy, again, I don't know how we came up with the name, was my buddy Robert Earl and I wanted to make this. If we're going to give you fried chicken, great fried chicken, great sauces. Our sauce lineup is crazy. All right. So if you've made the great chicken sandwich and great chicken tenders and great chicken fries and all these things we do, how else can we do it? Well, we're taking the chicken now where we also do grilled chicken, peppers, onions, a little bit of cheese, putting this together.
And this is called the chopped cheese chicken egg roll.
Isn't that what you need in life? All right, you go ahead, take one. I'm going to drop these real quick. What I want you to look at, just grab the mixture. Okay.
So this is all that
That's
put
all
together?
that mixture put together. Okay. So we're just going to put about 2 tablespoons of that right in the center.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
That's good.
There you go. That's you have big hands, big tablespoons, straight hand. Yeah. I have to do like 3 scoops to your one. Okay, so one of those.
How do you wrap this though?
Okay, have you ever made an egg roll?
Nope.
Okay, so a little bit of water.
Okay.
And I just want you to seal the edges all the way around. Okay. Look at he's just going to be opening up a restaurant now. I know it's him and Bo.
Nope. Wouldn't do it without you.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So now the first thing we're going to do is going to fold over the top from the middle.
From there.
Let's go back here. There we go.
Get that back down.
So there, and then give it a little pull.
Oh.
Okay. Then we're going to tuck in this side.
Oh, tuck in that side?
Yeah. I mean, Nico's going to be making this video any day now.
I know.
Did you see that video he made?
That's pretty easy.
Wait, you already finished it?
I already finished it. Over the top. And unfortunately, we got to finish this segment.
All right, here we go.
Did you guys try the egg roll yet?
We did.
Yeah. All right, I'll make that a little bit of
There's the burger.
Here's the egg roll.
There's your big chicken sandwich with the potato chips, done in the brine and all the sauces, and then there's the egg roll that you made.
All right, the second we're done with this segment, I'm tasting it. I can't do it and talk at the same time. Guy, you're the best. Congratulations. Tournament champion. Show me how to do it. Nicely done. All right, you can get these recipes on GoodMorningAmerica.com, and Tournament of Champions 6 premieres Sunday on Food Network. Go check out the Chicken Guy. Open up right here in Times Square. My guy, Guy Fieri.
So I'm going to talk because I don't have any chicken in my teeth. We have Vanna White here. She's here with her son, the internet's latest sensation, Nico Santopietro. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Good to be here.
I want to get to the sensation in a minute, but first we saw Pat Sajak made a cameo last month on Wheel of Fortune. Have you guys been in touch?
We have. Actually, I just saw him a couple weeks ago. He looks great. He's happy. it's all good.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're good friends and always will be, of course.
That will never change.
Never.
And you know what? You and Ryan Seek, what is it like working? Because as a viewer, thank you. It's wonderful to see you all.
Thank you. He's doing a great job. He just slipped right in, and he said when he got the job, he said, look, no one can ever replace Pat.
That's true.
I'm just stepping in. So, and he did his homework. He's doing a
pro.
great job.
He
is a pro.
Wow.
Yes.
Doing really well. And now let's talk about this viral video of you and Nico making chicken. I mean, Nico, it took the internet by storm. It really took the internet by storm. Nico, were you surprised?
Absolutely, yeah. We did a very casual video for Cooking Week, and it just blew up and got so much media attention over it. It was completely unexpected.
So it was unexpected. What's it been like?
I mean, it's been great. I just had my makeup done. I felt so pampered. No, it's been good. It's been nice. No, it's been really good.
You've been a great sport about it. You know, that can't be easy, you know, all the attention and the way you've handled it with humor and grace.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're having fun with it, I hope?
Yeah, of course. It's great. And, you know, I've always been on the set with Mom and stuff, so it's great to kind of have my own little thing.
Yeah, because we've seen you and your sister Gigi over the years on Wheel. What, that time in Halloween.
Oh, yes.
What was that?
Yes, I remember, I think Nico was a skateboarder and Gigi was an injured cat. She had the cone.
Sure.
So, Nico, if you went back on the show now, would you rather be a contestant or would you rather help your mom?
Let's see the cat.
Oh, there's
Wow. Sorry.
Something about that is just hitting
Right.
So if you go back now, though, if you go back now, would you rather play an injured cat? Yeah. Would you rather play the game? Would you rather help your mom?
That's a great question. I mean, the problem is that she has all the answers to the puzzle, so it would be kind of unfair if I was a contestant.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, he's fair.
But
he's honest.
However Will would want to have me back, I'd love to be back.
Well, you guys are going to be back on the internet, a new video where you're going to play this or that. So we just wanted to test you out here with a little round for ourselves.
Sure.
Okay.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
Dine in or dine out?
Dine out.
In. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around?
So I'm thinking, if I'm the one that has to cook, definitely dine out.
Yeah.
Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Salty.
Wow. Formal or casual?
Casual.
Casual.
Okay, so we agree on that. This one's easy. Game show or morning show?
Game show.
Of course.
Come on.
Oh, you're two for two.
There you go. Thank you guys. This is a lot of fun. Be sure to tune into Wheel of Fortune. Check your local listings. Now let's go to Ginger.
Thank you so much. Hey, we are in single-digit countdown now to Hollywood's biggest night, and this morning we are hearing even more about what the night has in store. Musically, ABC contributor Roxy Diaz sat down with Michael Bearden. He's the musical director for the 97th Oscars. So take a look.
We just had the announcement that not only are we going to have Ariana Grande, we're also going to have her castmate with her. Miss Arrivo is going to be there too. So are we going to have a wicked moment?
Tune in.
Come on. What can you give us?
Anytime you see those two together, you have to expect something. So that's what I'll say.
Michael also revealed that the Oscars are going to honor the late producer Quincy Jones in a big way, with the fun and joy always that he brought to music itself. So you can catch more of Michael's Sit Down with Roxy tomorrow on GMA3 at 1 p.m. Eastern, and the 97th Academy Awards air this Sunday at 7 p.m. right here on ABC.
Coming up, my big surprise for U.S. Open winner Gary Woodland battling back from brain surgery. Get it. Back now with my interview with U.S. Open winner Gary Woodland, who went from being at the top of his game to waking up in the middle of the night shaking. He had tremors and other scary symptoms, which led to his discovery of a brain tumor. He spoke to me about it all, including undergoing a major surgery, and had the opportunity to surprise him with some very special news. Golfer Gary Woodland has been a mainstay on the PGA Tour for 17 years. Winning the U.S. Open in 2019. But today, the 40-year-old is celebrating his biggest win yet. Let's go back to 2023. You start feeling some strange symptoms.
Yeah. All of a sudden, I start not feeling well. I was having bad tremors. My hands wouldn't stop shaking.
I was waking up in the middle of the night. I just jump out of bed, shaking, a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety.
A doctor ordered an MRI, which revealed a lesion on his brain.
It sits on the amygdala that controls fear and anxiety. The jolts and everything I was experiencing at night, they believed were seizures.
You continued to play throughout all this. How was that possible?
I wasn't just going to sit at home. I was just going to try to play through it. The problem is it got to a point where I couldn't play. My brain would get going so fast I wouldn't remember what hole I'm on, what club I'm hitting.
In September 2023, he underwent brain surgery to remove the lesion.
Luckily for me, it was benign. It's still in there, some of it. But they believe they got the part that was causing me to have seizures, and I haven't had a seizure since surgery.
And you said that last year was the hardest year of your life.
Yeah.
What made it so hard?
Seeing the impact it had on my family. I got 3 little kids. Jax is 7 and the twin girls are 5. And my kids are full of energy and full of life. And when they got excited, my brain would shut down and I'd have to leave the room.
No shrieking.
Daddy's head. That killed me more than this lesion in my head, because if I can't be there for my kids, there's nothing else.
Is that the first time you felt like you weren't in control?
Yeah, there's no doubt. And that's what was so scary. I mean, if something's off in my golf game, I go to my coach or I go to my putting coach and we put a game plan together. I didn't know how to rehab my brain. So every little symptom, a little twitch, I'm like, oh, is it coming back? Is it growing?
Now, Woodland is back in the swing of things with a new mindset and new game plan.
I'm doing breath work to slow the stimulation down in my brain. I'm doing yoga, meditation, chanting, all these other things to target the part of the brain where this lesion sits, to really just build a buffer to allow me to live my life.
How do you feel about your game in 2025?
I'm as optimistic as my game right now as I've been really since I won the US Open in 2019. My wife told me 2 months ago it's the first time she's seen me in a year and a half.
Wow.
Like, I'm just starting to get my life back, and that's exciting.
There's another reason to celebrate. Gary has no idea he's been named a recipient of the PGA Tour Courage Award, and I got to surprise him with the news. The PGA Tour Courage Award, you heard of it?
Yeah.
It's represented a player who, through courage and perseverance, has overcome extraordinary adversity to make a significant and meaningful contribution to the game of golf. And I have to say the PGA Tour Courage Award is what you represent. And congratulations, because you have won that award, Gary. And I'm honored to be able to tell you that right now. Here you go. That's for you, well deserved. How do you feel about that?
It's a lot to take in. I've had, like I said, a lot of people around me that have helped me get through this, and I definitely wouldn't be able to be here today. I wouldn't be able to receive this or anything if it wasn't for them. Hopefully this is another step in the right direction, but it just means I'm lucky and I'm blessed.
And what do you hope people take away from your experience?
That you can have hope, no matter your circumstance, no matter how bad it gets. It would have been easy to give up, but that's not who I am. That's not what I believe. And I believe I'll get through this, and I'm fighting every day to do that.
One of the most talented players on the tour. Yeah, and great moment for him, George. Very deserved. And I mean, the guy's gone through a lot and figured out, and be back on tour playing as well as he is. I'm very, very happy to see that.
Looked like you guys were going straight to the course from there.
No, I don't want to realize how bad my game is by playing with Gary. Gary's just too good for me.
I've always felt my father left something for me out there. For 30 years now, I've dreamed of taking a journey to the last places he visited. My father was my hero. To millions, he was Superman. I idolize and miss a different Christopher Reeve. Dad. My dad lived a life filled with epic adventure.
Oh man, this is great.
I've waited 30 years to do this and share the experience with my father.
Premieres tonight on ABC.
Waited 30 years. Give us your 15-second elevator pitch to watch.
I reconnect with my father in a way that I didn't know was possible. I learned more about him in a way that has fulfilled me, hopefully for the rest of my life. And I'm so grateful to you for executive producing and to all of you for loving me. And I love you back. Thank you.
Yeah. You can see the special tonight at 10, 9 Central right here on ABC and tomorrow on Hulu. Thanks for watching.